Hello everyone. Today is Monday, January the 8th, 2024. My name is Shelly. This is FlossTube number 133. And I'm typing this after work, so try to get through it as fast as I can. I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing a WIP parade. Honestly can't say. It may be this month. It might not be till the middle of the year. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, it's been a little while since I filmed, so I did want to come on and update you guys. I have a finish to show you. I actually have an FFO to show you also. I haven't shown you that yet. I've got some haul, and I've got all of my WIPs that I've been working on with WIP Warriors. And so I'm glad you all are here. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. And let's get to the stitching. Okay, so first of all, I did FFO my Little House Needleworks Winter ABCs. And here's how it turned out. So this piece I got from the dollar store. This is some chenille yarn that I had in my stash. And this little cording I got from Joann. And I did hand dye this 36 count myself. And I also chose my own colors. All of the snow and all of the snowflakes, the snowmen, etc. Those are all done with Petite Treasure braid. And I just put this little, it's like a little, almost like a little foam snowflake that I got at Hobby Lobby down over where the join is down at the bottom. So I have these connected to this with magnets and washers, and I've got like four of them on there, and so but I've still had problems getting it to sometimes it would fall off, and so they're still on there. And I did put actually I didn't. So the magnets are on the piece, and what I'd normally do is glue washers to the stitching. So when my sister-in-law was here over the holidays, she brought this tape that she got somewhere online. Like, she orders from some company that is like, it's not Wounded Warriors, but it's sort of like, it's for veterans. So this tape is uses technology based on the properties of frogs' suction cup feet. And so it's just, it's kind of thick, but you're supposed to be able to wash this and reuse it. And so that's what I put on the back of my stitching piece for this one. And I haven't had any problems at all with it falling or anything. So, as far as being able to wash it and reuse it, that would be something I'd have to let you know in a future video, because I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm very happy with the way this came out. This is my final one to finish in this series, so all 4 of them are done, which feels amazing. And yeah, and this is Little House Needleworks. I wish they did a Christmas one. Like this original looks more Christmas. It's sort of like all green and red and white. And I didn't want my winter one to look Christmas. I wanted it to look winter, but I do wish that I had a Christmas one. So, but anyway, I like the fact that I can keep this up longer. So that was a FFO. And then one of the pieces that I've finished recently with my WIP Warriors stitching is this, trying to find something to put behind it, is this little pin keep from Scattered Seed Samplers. This was their Pin Keep Club from 2021, and I did get a finish on that. The 2nd of this month is when I finished it. Let me turn my no. I'm trying to turn my notifications off. Okay. All right. So this is a 36 count vintage country mocha that came with the kit. The threads, the DMC threads came with it, so it's all the called for. I really like stitching on this vintage country mocha. It just stitches really, really well, and I used 1 strand, so I was happy to have that finished. Let me show you the one piece that I worked on that wasn't related to WIP Warriors. So last month I did like a practice run with their categories, and so I worked on the 24 that I picked for 2024. But since it hadn't officially started, I was okay with working on one other thing at work during lunch, and that was Mistletoe Lane from Fat Quarter Shop. Oh, this was a stitch along. I don't even remember when. Pretty long ago. It was either 2019 or 2020. And so I kind of made this my lunchtime stitch for about a week, I guess, in December. So I got more stuff done on the house, including the little wreath filled in the top window. So it's kind of slow going, but yeah, it'll be ready for Christmas one day. So it's not part of my 24 and 24, so that's, it's going away. And I'm sorry, I don't remember what I want to say it's, I don't remember. It's a Witchelt 28 count, and I'm using the called for DMC 2 strands. So, that's all as far as finishes and other stitching besides WIP Warriors. So let me grab my WIP Warrior whips, and then we'll talk about that. Okay, these are not in any kind of order. I'm just grabbing them out of the bags as I go. So this is Winter Daybreak. This is from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I had started on the pink, and I jumped over to, I think there's like a darker gray, and then I did this, started on the border right here, and then I came back to do something over here and realized that I was all off. So I had to rip out the pink and the gray, and I'll probably have to rip out some of this border. I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe some, like down here I might have to rip some out because it might have gone too far. But anyway, this is a 28 count even weave, and I'm using colors similar to the chart, some DMC, some thrifted. The pink and the purple are both thrifted flosses. So let's see. This is my card with the flosses on it. I really don't know where I'm going to put all this, so let me see if I can quickly put stuff back in bags. Okay, and then I've got Christmas pieces. I only worked on Shannon Christine, the number 5 ornament again. So I made progress on that. Stitched on it again yesterday. And so this, these rings, they're supposed to be like one circle of treasure braid or Krynic. I'm using treasure braid. And then the other one is supposed to be beads. I'm not doing all of those beads. I'm actually going to take the beads off of the ones that I've already done and replace like all of these beads right here with treasure braid. I am going to keep the beads like that are in the flowers, but the big like heavy concentration of beads, I'm not going to do those. So this is a 28 count black Cashel from Zweigart, and I'm stitching with her called for DMC's 2 strands. So got that. Let me kind of look at my list and see. I haven't done anything on Elizabeth since I filmed last, Elizabeth Weston, so I'm not going to show you that. And I'll talk a little bit more about my plans and how things are going to work with WIP Warriors and sort of at the end. So I did work on Sampler Hope. And this is by Stitches Through the Years. It's on a 40 count from XJU. I think it's lamb's wool. And I'm using overdyed flosses, my own choices, just to sort of match the pattern. So I added, I think I added this cluster over here, and maybe got some more done on this border since you saw it last. I really love her pieces. They're really, really pretty. I have several of her patterns. Let's see. Okay. That's the samplers. And then I've got some fall pieces that I worked on. So I worked on October House, Fiber Arts, Sweater Weather. And I got all of this sweater finished and then put this snowflake in. So this is a 32 count colonial parchment, and it's from Fabrics by Stephanie. That wasn't the call for, but this is what they had to substitute for it during the pandemic. And I'm just using my own my own choices of flosses, sort of to match the chart. A combination of some DMCs and then weeks. Yep. So, got some on that. I did stitch some on Hayride Happenings. This is a magazine piece. And I got these leaves put in this one right here to just use thread. I didn't get a whole lot in on this, but this is a 14 count Ada that I hand dyed. And I didn't work on that. Well, no, I knew I had something else that I worked on. So I also worked on the Blue Flowers Seasons of the Heart Autumn. And so I got the owls put in. I got the second hedgehog, some more of the heart shape, and these little flowers by the owls. And this is a 32 count linen. I believe I hand dyed it. And I'm using her called for DMC flosses. I think the owls are so cute. So that's some autumn pieces. So I basically have my WIP separated by topics. Because, you know, I didn't really want to use 24 bags. So I kind of have all the autumns in one bag, all the samplers in one bag, etc. And then I have some stitch-alongs that I put sort of in their own little category. Let's see. Let me see which ones I've actually worked on. Okay. So I've worked on Anne of Green Gables. This is from Stitching Book Club. And I don't remember what I had last time, but I know I added the flowers. I did have some stuff I needed to frog. So this is going a little slow, but I'll be making some progress on it with WIP Warriors, which I'll talk about in a little while. And then I worked on Doreen Jones's Garden Sow. This is from 2020, I believe. This is a freebie on her Facebook page. Anne is done on a 36 count opalescent linen that I hand dyed, and I'm using the call for DMCs, except I did change her hair color. So this is the Garden Sow. I got quite a bit done on this. I got the I got this little flower down here put in. I got the gnome, and then I got the bunny put in. But this is a 22 count that I'm actually doing 2 strands over 2 threads. And I'm using my own choices of DMCs. Hers is more blue colors. I wanted more pinks and purples. So, I mean, there's a row right here with some, just some like small little flowers, and then the bottom border, and that's all I have to get done with this. I think I ran out of one of the greens on the border, and I didn't have any. You know, I've got a whole thing of DMC floss, but whenever I get ready to work on something, there's always some floss that I do not have. Okay, let's see. That's Anne. Well, okay. That's all that I worked on that in that bag. Let's see. I have quite a few in this bag. This is my Flora and Fauna bag, and I stitch a lot of floral things. So, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I did work on My Love from Madame Chantilly, and I was really hoping to get a finish on it, but I didn't quite make it, but it will definitely get finished next month. So this is a mystery piece of even weave. I don't even know what the count is. I don't know what the color is, but I'm using 2 strands of floss over 2 threads. So I'll put in, since last you saw it, I'm really not sure, but I know I did put the O and the L, and I believe I put this in since you saw it also. So the letters are done in DMC white, and I think like during the pandemic, a lot of the places were out of white, and so I started buying just B5200. So I have like 1,000 skeins of B5200, but I don't have any of white. And you know, I was home, I was stitching on it. I live, 20 minutes from town. I didn't want to have to go and get anything. I was like, what am I going to do? So I pulled my anchor white and used it instead. And, I started in the middle of the O somewhere in there, and you cannot tell. So I was very, very happy about that. I love this piece. That's the only one I've worked in there out of this bag so far since I filmed last. So sorry. Okay, and then I don't know if I worked on anything in this bag or not. Seasons, autumn. Okay, all I did was work on the autumn ones, so I don't have anything in this bag that I worked on since I talked to you last. But I did work on my a couple of my stitching related pieces, which live in my love my stitching bag from Hands On Design. And let's see, I stitched some on Stitcher from Luminous House Fiber Arts. I think that's the name of it. Which I'm stitching on a piece of 28 count Monaco that I hand dyed. And, you know, I had this skinny of a piece that I was just sort of using up leftover dye. And so in order to get it to fit on this fabric, I'm having to do one strand over one. And I am using a Fiberlicious Yummy Fiber Silk to do that. So I got a little bit done on that. And then I also stitched on Silver Creek Samplers Introverted. Got a good bit done on this. So I finished the word up here. I finished this skein. This is the band on another skein that's down here. I have leftover thread. And then I started stitching on this little piece of fabric that's going to be on it's on a scroll frame down here. So this is an 18 count oatmeal Ada. I'm using my own colors, overdyes, some silk, some regular cotton, and I'm doing one strand. So there are a couple of pieces that I, oh wait, got one more bag. This filming location is not ideal, but, and I just realized you can see all of my stuff on my cart behind me. A lot of junk. Okay, so this is just a little tapestry weight fabric that I had in my stash that I make a bag out of. And this is where all of my prim things stay. So I finished the pin keep that I showed you earlier. And this is what's going to replace it in my rotation with WIP Warriors. So when you get a finish in WIP Warriors with 24 and 24, you can either do a new start or you can do, you know, stick another WIP in there. So I've decided that I'm not going to let myself do a new start until I have 3 finishes. And that will just kind of help me keep a little controlled. And I didn't know if I wanted to do something like this big of a piece, but what I like about this is that I should be able to have plenty of choices for categories with all the different things that are on them. So this is Prim Stitch series from Lori Holt, and that's what will be replacing my Home Sweet Home pin keep. So I stitched this weekend for Blackbird a weekend sale on Summer Jubilee. I got all of the border done. I got all of this flower done. Started on this flower, started on the letters. And this is a 40 count linen that's called Anthracite from Zweigart. And I'm using my own choices of overdyes. And then my other prim piece is from I don't know if you've seen this. You may have seen this already since I've put these stitches in it, but I don't remember, so I'll show you again. So this is Little Sheep Virtues, Simplicity, and if you hadn't seen it, what I put in was the tree right here. So this is a 46 count linen. The first time stitching on 46, and I'm using some stash silks. And I am going to do each one of those individually. There's 12 in the series, so I will do each one individually. Okay, so there was a few things that I stitched on that were not WIP Warriors since I last filmed that I forgot about. Just got to figure out where they are. So one thing was Owl Forest Embroideries Hummingbirds. This is being stitched on a 36 count ice blue linen from Zweigart with their overdyed flosses, and basically working right down in here on the bottom row there. I absolutely love their stuff, and their threads are just so yummy, and this is their thread pack for this pattern. So let's see. Oh, Midsummer Garden I also worked on. Now that I've gotten all of my 24 and 24 out in bags, I really need to go through this and like get my drawers straight, because I never can find where anything is, because I've had so much overflow in certain drawers that I've had to just sort of stick stuff wherever. But now I have, I have room now, but I have those 24 pulled out. I'm 25 now. Okay, so this is Midsummer Garden from Vintage Tulip Designs, and I'm stitching on the called for fabric from XJU with the called for XJU flosses. I believe I got the bird put in since you saw it last, and this flower and part of the border. The bird may have already been there, but I don't remember. And these are the flosses. Some more really pretty flosses. Okay, so that is all the cross stitch. I haven't really done any quilting. I did do some hot pads for coworkers, and they all were happy with those. So that's sort of the only sewing that I've done, like machine-wise. I did decide for 2024, I want to observe Woolly Wednesday. So I want to work on my wool applique on Wednesdays. And so this past Wednesday, I worked some more on the Patriotic Sampler Quilt from Buttermilk Basin. So this is from Quilt Sampler magazine from the summer, I think summer of 2022. And so I got the blanket stitch around this piece and this piece, and I think just part of the red. So every Wednesday I'll spend some time working on wool applique. And speaking of which, I kind of went a little crazy. I don't remember if last time I filmed, if I shared with you guys about Simply Eileen or not. Let's see. I don't know if I had bought some of hers yet or not, but I don't see it. So I follow her on Instagram, and she has little tutorials. She had little tutorials for Christmas gifts, and that was where I got the tutorial for the hot pads. But if you're not following her, definitely go follow her. I think I did talk about her on my last video because I'm remembering now that I looked up her Instagram. So I had ordered a couple of things from her, and then I think like the weekend between Christmas and New Year's, she had like a, I don't know, it was 65% off sale. And so I kind of went a little crazy ordering patterns from her. And then I was like, well, I need some wool. So some of these you may have already seen from last video, but let's see. This is always so hard to do when I'm working backwards. So that's not wool applique, but it's a little pillow with embroidery, which I think is just adorable. So this is some wool applique, these little winter ornaments. I mean, her pieces are just adorable. So this is another little pillow with some embroidery on it. This is some little pillows that have wool applique for Easter. So cute. And this is shamrocks. I just think her stuff is just adorable. This is an autumn little candle mat. Another little just sewn pillow for Christmas. I think that's so cute. And some more Easter things, little lambs and rabbits. A little Love Notes little pillow, which I don't know if I would do the pocket. I might just make the pillow. I just like the embroidery on it. More little pillows for Christmas with embroidery. I'll tell y'all I went crazy. So another little pillow with embroidery. Some little flowering Valentine felt ornaments. And this one, I think I showed you guys this last time, but just this blows my mind. This little sewing little keep with those little bees that are made of buttons and little embroidery stitches. So cute. This little Christmas candle mat. A busy beehive pillow with embroidery. So cute. These little bird and ginger felt ornaments. So snowmen and gingerbread men or ladies. Lady. So I think I'm going to do the pink versions. I do all of them. So that's it. Okay. So I spent some time going through all of those patterns and looking to see what she recommended as far as the wool. So she orders from Benzie Designs. And I'm sure there's cheaper stuff out there. I didn't investigate a whole lot because I'm because I'm so new to it, I just sort of wanted to go by what she, what she said. Now, I did change some colors up because what I did is they gave me one free sheet for signing up for their newsletter. But I went on and got some packets, like some little they have like some little color family packets. And so this is like their pastels. And then there's this packet with some pretty yellows and greens. So pretty. And then, look at that green. And then this packet, I think this is the, like the Wicked packet, like the Halloween packet. Like, look at these colors. These are my colors. Red. So pretty. And then a black and some grays. So there's still more. There's this pack of some sort of fall colors. Well, this is the only one that has a label on it. I think this was a specialty one that was a lot cheaper than the other ones. I don't really understand why, but it's called Pretty in Pink. And so it's just got, a variety of pink things, which, those Valentine, which I think I did. She gave me a 20% off coupon, and so she came out with a new Valentine one, and so I went and ordered that. Because I didn't have enough already, so. And then these sort of like, I don't know what you would call these. Sort of sherbety. Gorgeous. And then last one is this. I think this was sort of called like a botanical collection, if I'm not mistaken. So, Benzie Designs. They're online. I think they do have an Amazon shop where you can order from them. Their prices on Amazon are more expensive. So, I think the prices on Amazon, I guess they like add shipping in because I think they have them like free Prime, but they sort of up the price of the items. But this is their little card. So I don't know if they have an Etsy presence. I guess they do if they have Etsy listed on here, but what I was going to say is that if you ordered 85, you got free shipping, and so that is what I did. So I have plenty of wool to cut out some of those little pieces from Simply Eileen. I just love them. Love them, love them, love them. So I've got one more thing of haul and then a gift that I got that I just wanted to show you guys. Well, I'll be right back. Okay, so one of my Christmas presents that I got from Lakin's girlfriend Heather were these. Let's see what they have. Swedish just dish cloths. So I think these are so cool, and I don't know if I'm going to use them as dishcloths because they're just too pretty. I think I want to frame them. So, I mean, look at that. Look at this one. Is that not just so pretty? I don't know where she got them, but I love them. And like I said, I don't think I want to use them as dishcloths. And then I saw someone on Instagram share this post of this piece that they had done in the past, and it came from this book. So this is a French magazine. Okay, this is the name of the shop right here. So I went to, they had one listed on Etsy, and then they had one listed on eBay by the same seller. And it came from, I think it came from South Korea. I didn't have to pay shipping, but this was $30. But it's got 15 of these charts in it, and OMG, there's not a single one in here that I don't want to stitch. So let's see. Let me see if I can just do a quick flip through. You guys, if you've been around and you know me, then you know this is going to be my life goal, to stitch every single one in this book. I mean, and they, you know, they're nice big charts. This one. I mean, those alphabets. My God, that alphabet, I love that alphabet. It's just so pretty, floral, romantic looking designs. I think this is the one that I saw shared online, so you can see why I fell in love. Let me look at that in the middle. Hello. Hello. Sweet. Oh gosh. Look at that. It's so pretty. My mama would love all the stuff in this book. I mean, she would really like this one because she loved blue. Look at those little bunnies. That was on the back cover. So pretty. This one. I mean, those pansies and those letters. I mean, just the letters. Like, even if you just stitched the letters, it's just dripping with shabby chicness. Pretty. And I think this is the last one. Hyacinths. Yep, that was the last one. So, yeah, couldn't resist it, and I'm so glad that I didn't, because I love it. Okay, so that is it as far as besides plans. So I'm participating with the WIP Warriors. I'm participating with WIP Go, and I'm participating with the group Craft and Books. They have a monthly acrostic, and those are the things that I'm going to do this year. And so I went through and got my my WIP count done for 2024. My WIP count according to the categories. And then this is going to be like my little monthly recap table where I go in and say if I finished things, I had new starts and my total stitches, etc. This is my WIP Go board. And so I did categories of items, not specific projects. Let's see. So this was my December categories. My December categories in the December, there was another little activity. I think it was Pop the Crackers event, like, you know, holiday crackers. And so that was sort of my little test run. So this is the, okay, this was crackers, and then this was the categories. So the categories, they come up with 12 topics, and for 2024, this is the topics. They changed them up a little bit. And so you have those 12 topics that stay the same, and then every month they spin a wheel and come up with a letter. And so this month the letter was W. And so these are my WIPs that I picked for those categories. I don't have anything right here. I don't stitch a lot of mystical or mythical things. The magical part, I don't know if they mean like literal magic or if it's, you know, like I thought about using Anne of Green Gables on that sparkly cloth because it's, you know, it represents the Lake of Shining Waters, which to me would be magical. But I wouldn't have been able to use it anyway because I'd already used water in another one for the My Love. And so, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to use it anyway, but I would kind of like to know for future. But so that's my WIP Warriors categories. This is my WIP Go projects that I decided to do. So Hayride Happenings and Stitcher's Wallet, and I'll work on that one weekend. I think it's the third weekend of the month, and maybe next weekend. Well, it's the 19th and 20th. There you go. That's when I'll work on it. So this is the Craft and Books January acrostic. It's Hibernate. And so all of these little numbers outside, those are the dates. And so the other two things that I'm participating with WIP Warriors is their focus event. So they have a focus event every month where you can pick a WIP to focus on for 5 days. And so mine is going to be Elizabeth, and it's going to be Elizabeth for the rest of the year until she's done. So I'll get 5 days every month on Elizabeth Weston. And then they also have what they call a Strident Sal, where you have 4 days where you work on a stitch along. And so I'll be working on Anne of Green Gables. And so basically what I did is I took my calendar for the month. I wrote down all the ones that, you know, all the events that were on certain days. And then I went back and took the rest of my WIPs that were not in those certain days, specified days, and broke it down to according to what I wanted to stitch on. So I know I stitch on my Blackbird on BBD Weekend Sal, my WIP Go pieces on WIP Go Weekend, and then, you know, my Focus and Strident, or those are in stone. Those are when you have to work on them. And then the rest of them, I just divided it up to, you know, have at least 1 day on each WIP that I have on this page right here for my plans. Some of them have more than that. And yeah, so I can really see that this WIP Warriors is going to get me a lot of progress on my WIPs. I guess it's because, you know, because you're so focused in on just certain ones. I mean, I've already, you know, I've already gotten a finish. I'm close to having a finish on My Love. I'm close on Garden Sow. And so I can see that this will definitely get some whips knocked off my list. Um, let's see. I don't know. Let me see if I went in and did my year. I didn't. I didn't go in and do my year recap. I don't know how many stitches I had. I think I looked at it the other day, but I have my Notion set where it's only showing me December and January right now. And so I thought I had written it down, but I guess I didn't. But this page right here, I messed up on it. And so one of the shops that I follow on Etsy that has the graphics, they had a free calendar. And so I printed out my little calendar for January and put it on here. And I'm figuring I'm really going to do that for every month. So each month, that when a month turns over, I'll have a little page with the paper behind it and the little calendar. I thought it was pretty. I think that's all. I think that's all. I wanted to just talk about plans and sort of how I'm going to do my stuff next year. Not next year, this year. Yeah. That's all I've got for you guys. So it's a little after 6. I don't know if the Celtics play tonight. They may, because they didn't play last night. So I'm going to go check that out. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Happy stitching. Bye.